Andrew McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Once again, I am delighted to be joined by former world champion Regis Prograis. Regis, first and foremost, I spoke to you last week, 10 days ago. How are you feeling now? How's the family?
Everything cool, man. Out here in LA, it's actually not that bad. I talked to some people. I got some people in Costa Rica and stuff, and they said they kind of, they shut down. But here, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Nothing really happening too much. But it's actually like a lot of activity on the street. Everything is. We don't have a curfew. You can go order food, you can go to stores and all that type of stuff. But of course, a lot of people just staying inside. So that's kind of what we're doing. Everybody really just practicing social distancing, and everybody kind of just staying inside. That's it. Nothing too much.
I said to you as well a couple of last week is you're an outdoorsman. You love the fishing, you love your cliff jumping, you love your beach runs. I mean, right. It's 10 days later, man. Is it still killing you? Not being able to go outside?
Yeah, it really is, bro. It's getting to me. It's definitely getting to me and stuff like that. Now we've been doing a lot of stuff inside. I mean, right now, just doing push-ups, a lot of push-ups every day, like 500-600 push-ups a day. Playing Uno with my kids, with my niece, doing that, reading a lot, sitting, playing a game, playing Call of Duty all day, and and then I go to the gym at nighttime. So. I mean, but yeah, it's kind of, it is, bro. It's kind of getting to me. And sleeping all day. Really, today I got up early because I had to do some business stuff. But usually I wake up probably like 12. Right now it's 12 o'clock, but usually I wake up like 2 o'clock. Yesterday I woke up early. Then I woke up again like almost like 3-4 o'clock. So it's just my schedule just all the way off, and it's just it's kind of getting to me.
I mean, I'm in the same. I feel your pain. I really do. It's getting to me now as well. But it's happening all over the world. But the reason I want to talk to you again is Eddie Hearn had one of our own guys in the UK here, Lewis Ritson, on Instagram Live. Now, Lewis mentioned that if he gets past Vasquez, he wants the winner of Hooker and yourself. Now, you believe that you're going to beat Hooker. Now, you said, Eddie, let's do it. Let's get this made. Have you seen much of Lewis Ritson, and how much does that fight excite you?
I mean, I love it. I really don't know too much about him. I'm not gonna lie. But I heard that he wanted the winner in me and Josh Taylor. I don't know if he said that, but I think
Eddie said it.
Yeah, he said he wanted the winner me and Josh Taylor, and so I guess Josh Taylor, he'll be tied up with whatever he's doing over there. He probably be trying to fight his mandatory and then Ramirez after that. So I guess he'll fight. Want to fight me, the winner of me and Hooker. So yeah, I think that's a great fight for me. I think it's a great fight, and of course, especially if I can come back to the UK and fight, I'll definitely do it.
You came to the UK to face Josh Taylor. This was in London. I mean, Josh is Scottish. I mean, it's the same sort of country, different country, if you want to call it like that. But it was in London. Lewis Ritson in Newcastle. Now, I'm obviously going to be biased towards the Irish fighters and the Scottish fighters. I mean, the crowd, the Irish fans and the Scottish fans are unreal. But Regis, have you heard of the Newcastle fans? Over here we call them Geordies. The Geordie fans are unreal. The atmosphere is unreal. It's probably one of the best atmospheres. I've been to 4 Lewis Ritson fights. Now the crowd, honestly, I can't explain to you how good the crowd is. Right. Have you heard about the Newcastle crowd and what it's like up in the north?
I haven't. I actually I heard a little bit, but not like you explained it.
It's unreal.
More exciting.
It's unreal. I mean, if I can find you a clip of one of his fights, even when he was fighting Robert Davis Jr., like a local fight, like an all-British fight, the crowd's unreal. And it's something that I want to get you on this to talk about, because if you come to Newcastle, I think they're talking about a stadium fight. It could be a stadium fight in Newcastle. Now, how does that excite you?
It excites me, man. I mean, like I said, I first off, even before the Josh Taylor fight, I always said I want to come to the UK and fight because y'all have some of the best fans in the world, and when before the fight, I did a lot of press and all that stuff and try to get acclimated to the UK fans, but I was still an away fighter, But when I left the O2 that night, most of the UK embraced me. Even still to this day, most of the UK still embraces me, So I would definitely, I would definitely want to come back there and fight again, because y'all have just such a big market over there.
You talked about how the UK fans, are they still embracing you to this day? Do they hook you up on Twitter, Instagram? In Vegas, you said that UK fans came up to you in Vegas.
Yes, bro, all the time, man. I mean, the last time was, first off, if you go to my DMs on Instagram and Twitter, it's always UK fans just telling me how much they love me. I'm a good mate and all that, what y'all say, and I can't wait to come back. I'm a good lad, and I can't wait to come back. And then, of course, in person, I went to the Tyson Fury fight, and over there, it was just like after the Fury fight, they just kind of, I was walking out with everybody else, and they, oh, Reed is this, and they want to take pictures with me and all that stuff. And man, you did this, and you such a good fighter and all this stuff. So they still really, really embrace me. So they still respect me. And so for me, I definitely would come back over there and fight again.
Do you think this fight could be for a world title, you and Lewis Ritson? If the way that the landscape plays out, you beat Hooker, Ramirez, Taylor fight each other, you unify, they vacate. You said that you will stick around at 140 for a world title. Could this fight be made for a world title, do you think? Have you spoke to Eddie about this, or anything like that?
I didn't speak to Eddie about it at all. I don't know nothing about it, but I just seen him say it. That's all. I saw the interview, and then I just kind of reposted it, and I was just like, I love it. I retweeted on Twitter, and I was like, bro, I would love that fight. So if it's for a world title, that's even better. And as far as me, my plans are going 140, 147. It all depends. I still want my rematch with your boy. I still definitely want that down the line. And Josh Taylor, we definitely got to get the rematch. But I think what's important, the rematch with Taylor is important to me. Being a world champion again is important to me, and of course, one of the biggest motivators is the money. So it all depends on, and then fighting in front of a big crowd. Basically, that's why I want to do that. So I know they're talking about, this might be another subject, but talking about doing in studio fights and all that type of stuff. I rather we box because I want to fight in front of a big crowd, but if I have to, I have to. But anyways, getting off subject. So yeah, like that's really I think that's my priorities is to, it's like I said, those three things. But I think some of the biggest thing you always have to take in consideration all those things, but then the money is always big. That's always a big factor. So I don't know. It all depends on the deal. It all depends on what happens.
You're not taking your eye off Hooker, though, are you? I mean, the Hooker fight's still there. You spoke to Eddie about Hooker.
Hopefully it's still. That's what I want. Me and Maurice Hooker. That's the fight. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight that's supposed to be next. But hey, if me, I'm always ready. I'm always training, all that type of stuff. So if he's not ready and I'm ready, and they have somebody else ready, for the same type of money or more, then hey, I'm with it. Basically, it don't matter who. But for me, I'm looking forward to Maurice Hooker in my next fight.
If I was to give you any bit of advice, I would message Eddie and ask him and say, can you explain the Newcastle crowd to me, the Lewis Ritson fans to me? Honestly, the reason why, like I said to you, the reason I wanted to get you in another interview is because the fight intrigues me, you against Lewis Ritson. Lewis is a come forward fighter, you're a come forward fighter. The fact that it might be in Newcastle, you're willing to come to Newcastle for the fight, and the Newcastle fans, they're unreal. As a selfish point of view, as a boxing fan myself, to witness that fight would be something amazing. That's why I wanted to get your thoughts on it as well. Again, you tweeted out, I think it was last night or your daytime yesterday, that you said Eddie Hearn, get a private island, I'm itching, I've got itchy knuckles and stuff like that. We've seen Dana White do that with the UFC. He's doing that with the UFC.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Do you think Eddie's got the money, the planes, everything like that to maybe get a private island for himself?
I think he does. I mean, I can't say I know he does for sure, but I think Eddie has the money. I think he has the resources to get a private island. And to be honest, a private island is not that expensive. I think Eddie, I think he does have the resources to get that stuff, especially if it's in a studio. Hey, you fly the fighters over there. You fly the fighters. They team over there. You fly a TV crew. I don't think it should be expensive.
IFL TV.
IFL, exactly. You bring the media in. Hey, you fly them in, and I think you should have you can have a fight. I think since Dana White is doing it, why not? Basically, Dana's doing it. He's putting on. He's not gonna let the world stop what he wants to do. And I think Eddie should do the same. If he could do it, hey, why not pull it off? And I think I'm pretty sure. I know Eddie's a very good businessman, and he's very intelligent, and I think that he'll probably be looking into that most likely.
Definitely. But the thing is, I think it'll be good for you to do an Instagram live with Eddie. I mean, he's doing quite a lot of them with a few fighters and stuff like that just now, American fighters. with the zone fighters and obviously the UK fighters. I mean, I think you and Eddie on an Instagram live would be quite interesting.
Tell him call me. That's
I
all.
will
That's
do.
all.
I will
Yeah,
do.
just
I'll
tell him
give you a
call me.
number.
Yeah. Tell him call me. Tell him call me. I think he can set it up. But yeah, I mean, like I said, man, I know Eddie. I think that'll be I think that'll be a good look. If he can pull that type of stuff off. Also, if all the promoters can start going around buying islands and putting fights on, why not do it, right? You get the fighters, everybody. You give every it's a win-win for everybody, right? The fans, nobody ain't got nothing to do at home. Everybody sitting around all day. People want to watch sports. So when that can bust back open, you'll make a shitload of money. So I think that, Dana White is the pioneer right now. He's doing it first. And, if I think other promoters should start doing the same thing.
Well, Regis, I think that's very interesting. I mean, I think that's why you need to get Eddie on Instagram Live. I think you should drop him a message and say, Eddie, I need to speak to you and get this out there. I mean, finally, what have you got planned for the day? I know it's quite early out in LA. Was it 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
It's 12:30. Nothing, bro. Really.
Ping pong.
Nothing to do. That's all. I'll probably go play the game. My kids upstairs watching TV and stuff. I just do homework with my son every day. Play with them. I actually brought them to the park yesterday. A lot of the playgrounds are closed, but they have like wide open spaces. As long as people kind of stand away from everybody else, I think you good. So yesterday we went to the park. I went to the park with the kids, but like I said, man, it's killing me, bro. Like all the beaches, everything is closed. All the trails. Like I live the mountains is right behind my house. Usually that's when I go run. I go run up the mountains behind my house, and even all that stuff is closed. So it's just it's really is nothing to do all day long. So it's kind of hard, but I'm catching up on like a lot of stuff that like family time, reading and stuff like that. I don't know if you know who this is. I'm reading this book. They sent it to me.
Oh yeah, that's Michael Gomez. Yeah. He's good.
It's a good book. Yeah, I'm reading this book now. I'm kind of.
Is it Michael Gomez? Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, I'm reading about that right now. So he sent it to me. Matter of fact, he sent me a few books. People send me books all the time, and I always read them. So I'm reading that now, and that's
the Irish Mexican. Yeah, man. That's
Right. Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, you just, as always, man, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you doing this Firefell TV. And hopefully this blows over right quick. You can get back on them trails. You get back on that beach, spear fishing, cliff jumping, all the other exciting stuff that you do. And
I'm ready to get back to fighting first. That's what I'm ready to get back to do.
That's what I like to hear.
And then I can do all the fun stuff after, right?
Definitely. Yeah. I won't keep you much longer. Enjoy the rest of your day, Regis. Stay safe, and God bless you and your family.
All right, bro. Thank you. Have a good one, brother.
Thank you, chap. Thank you.
Yeah.